Good morning. Now, for those of you who are new to this group and or YouTube channel, my name is Tawan. I'm a full-time digital um, media buyer um, or just a full-time digital marketer. And the purpose of this group and channel is to help you become a digital marketer in a very short period of time. So, of course, with anything else, you can find your purpose, live your best life, do all that stuff. All right, so today I want to talk about skills and abilities that will translate into you becoming a really good digital marketer because a lot of things that you currently possess, I want to say that you already have it. You just need to figure out how does this translate into a new career. So let's say, for example, and this is how I thought about this. Let's say you're someone who is in data entry, and maybe for some reason, as a data entry person, you just don't get paid a lot of money. You might only make $15 an hour, or let's say you work for the post office, and as someone who works at the post office, you have to be very detail oriented. That is actually a skill that you can apply to the field of digital marketing. And let me explain why. Because when you're setting up a campaign in digital marketing, specifically as someone who is managing a paid social media campaign like Facebook, Google Ads, things like that, you have to have a level of detail in order to see one small discrepancy can be bad news. I'm going to give you an example. When you're setting up a campaign, oftentimes you have to put in an exact date, exact time in which a campaign starts, an exact budget. You have to target certain regions. All those things matter. And so let's say, for example, one of those things are basically off. Well, guess what? You may have just ruined the campaign. I had a friend who told me a story that she set up a campaign once, and instead of clicking total budget for the campaign, she put daily. So imagine, for example, if you have, let's say, I don't know, $5,000 to spend on a campaign, but instead of putting the fact that this campaign is supposed to run for 30 days, you accidentally put this as the daily budget. Well, guess what? Now you may get fired because you spent someone's client's money on something that could have been avoided had you been paying attention to detail. Now, what I will say is, when you're starting out as a digital media buyer or someone who's in paid social media, normally there are people there that's going to make sure that you don't make those unfortunate mistakes. So, for example, when I started my last job, and even in this job, they'll have me set up a campaign, and in setting up that campaign, someone else will look at it. Like my supervisor will take a look at it right before I'm allowed to launch the campaign, and this ensures that no mistake like that is actually made, and it's a good thing because when you're so close to something, sometimes you can pretty much lose focus because you've been working on something so long, so the details get kind of tricky, and you may make more mistakes. All right. The other thing I want to talk about as a current skill you may have is the ability to communicate. So let's say, for example, you're someone who works in customer service, and those of you who work in customer service, you already know that you're constantly explaining things to people. You're constantly helping people to troubleshoot. And so that is a skill that is definitely needed in digital marketing because you may work for a company in which you have to talk to clients and you have to explain to them why a campaign is performing in the way in which it's performing. And so communication skills are really, really important. You just can't say, well, I think it's performing this way because of X, Y, and Z. And you start throwing around a lot of technical jargon. Your client could be confused, and if they're confused, they're not going to buy. Remember, Confused buyers never buy. So always keep it simple for people. Always break it down, so much so that maybe a 10-year-old can understand it. So that's a skill that is readily applicable to um, digital marketing. Um, the next one is your ability to communicate and, collaborate with other people. This is really important because, digital marketing is a big collaboration. And what I mean by that is very rarely in the social uh, paid media um, aspect of digital marketing are you going to be doing everything. Um, there's this thing called assets that you have to have. And all the asset is, it may be the picture, it may be the copy or the words in which um, you're going to use for that particular ad. It may be, instructions. Whatever the case may be, everything isn't necessarily going to rely upon you. So you're going to be in many meetings having conversations with people in ways that you feel like, all right, this is how the campaign is going to basically run. So for example, let's say that from the first of the month to the 30th of the month, we have to, or the 31st of the month, we have to run a campaign on, I don't know, advertising to pet owners. Well, in this campaign, you're probably not going to be the person that's going to come up with the creative assets. And the creative is usually a whole different department. So let's say, for example, if you're even someone who loves graphic design or things like that, you may even want to go a different route in terms of instead of paid social media, because that's something on a regular basis I never do. I never have to create um, ads in that way. What I'm usually having to do as a paid social media specialist, I have to come up with the either copy or just the execution of it. So I'm inputting the information to make the campaign run. And once that campaign runs, I have to optimize it. Another way of saying optimize is I have to make sure that we are reaching the goals of the campaign. So I may go in and adjust one or two things here or there in order to help it run. So I may adjust the daily bid. I may say, you know what, this copy isn't appealing to the people that we're trying to target. So I may go in there and change the copy a little bit. So there's all kinds of things that you have to do in order to adjust the campaign. And then the last thing I would do as a paid social media specialist is I would go back and, retrieve the data, pull the metrics, and tell the story as to why I think this campaign was successful and why it wasn't successful. And it doesn't have to be anything that serious. So don't think I got to say all these fancy things. Again, keep it simple. Tell your clients or the people in accounts your viewpoint of why you thought it worked, what went well, and of course, what you could do to improve upon it. You never want to tell the client, yeah, this campaign was completely trash. You never want to say that. What you want to basically do is just tell them the best possible story upon what went well, and again, what you need to do to improve upon it. And I would say the last thing you need to do the last transferable skill in digital marketing is your ability to adapt. Now, this last year has been a big transition for everyone. Everyone has had to go through a level of adaptation in either their own personal lives or their jobs. So already you have the ability to be able to do this, believe it or not. And even if you don't have all of those skills that I just talked about, so maybe you're not a detail-oriented person, or maybe you're someone who has trouble communicating, that's fine. Still do it anyway. And the reason why I say this again is because these skills will develop. In anything that you do in life, you're not the person that you ultimately become. The great Les Brown once said that you don't have to be great to start, but in order to be great, you have to start. So whatever your starting point is, I really encourage you just to understand that you already have gifts and abilities and even skills inherent to digital marketing. You just have to find your place. Um, and one more thing I want to talk about, you're going to have imposter syndrome that comes with it. You want to feel like, man, I'm not good enough. What am I doing here? These people are going to find out I'm a fraud. I went through all of that last year. And it's perfectly normal. When I talk to my coworkers, they tell me their stories. And we're all still going through it because guess what? Things are changing. Facebook just had talked about it's going to really focus on the metaverse. And so I'm interested to see all the opportunities that are going to actually come out of that. And do you think people are really going to know what they're doing with advertisers when this actually happens, when advertisers want to advertise in the metaverse? No, because this is something new for everyone. So again, what I'm saying to everyone out there is you have to put yourself out there and don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Again, anything that you want to do different in life is going to require a level of faith and belief in yourself. And even if you don't have faith and belief in yourself, your boy got you covered. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off this video. And again, for those of you who are new to this group and channel, please like, share, and subscribe. I want to get to about 200 people by November the 10th. Help me help other people. That's it, because this is life-changing information. It changed, my life changed because of this information, and I want you to have that same opportunity. Again, be well, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.